And when you drill it, you just push down on the thing, and that's what gives you leverage and put the hole right straight down. Because where you're actually going to put the hole, actually what I would do, let me just run this by you real quick. What I would do, all I'm going to have is a shaft coming out. That's all I see. Then what I'm going to do is, I have to determine which way the lock is. And this type of safe, the lock is either going to be here or here. So what I would do is I would take and my drill point would actually be right here. I'd put a hole right here. Okay? Now it's either going to be here or here. But if it's here and I dial it and it's wrong, then I know it's only 50 numbers off.
Right.
But actually when I drill, I won't even see the hole. And since this is just a light plate and I've got the drill, I wouldn't even hesitate putting 2 holes if I had to, because that's what I would do.
Right.
And the reason being is that, I showed Bucky the other day, the safe, there's 3 wheels with pie shapes in it.
Yeah.
When I drill my hole, on the back of the, in fact I got the lock out in the truck, I should have brought it in to show you. But there's a hole in the case of the lock itself, and I can actually see the driver falling down, because I can actually see it with my scope. I got a little light to look at. And when I look at it, and I see that thing drop right there, I can actually dial the wheels without a dial on it whatsoever, just the spindle itself. I actually watched the thing drop right in, turn it, I'll just spin the dial and the safe's open. It's that quick. Then for me to repair it, I plug the hole, put a new dial ring, put a new dial, and I'm out of there. Total job's less than maybe an hour and a half, at the very most.
Now,
So you're just replacing this whole cord.
Exactly. Plug in the hole. I've got taper pins, and when I put it in there and I hit it with a hammer, it smashes the metal, and you won't drill back into it because it's hardened. Then I grind it off, put the plate back on, and I'm out. Like I said, an hour and a half.
That's when you repair it.
yeah. Right. When someone locks it and they can't get in, you come and do that.
So exactly. Or they lost the combination, whatever the situation might be.
Okay, so
See, the thing is, you cannot just take and beat it, because if you beat it and that cap comes off, there's relockers that locks the safe up right there. That's why you have to do it this way. And this is not where you have the problem drilling. Where you have the problem drilling is after you go past this, there's hard plate. And you just don't walk through it. It's the hardest thing to drill through, if you understand what I'm saying. That's why you have the mag drill with carbide bit. And this has a handle on the side. When you put the handles on, it's like a drill press. And you know, it's just like walking through butter.
Yeah.
You know, if you're trying to do this by hand,
yeah.
you'll kill yourself.
Right.
With that mag drill, you just sit there and you use your pinky. You can have your daughter do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so nice and easy and simple.
So it's got the handle on it, like we have.
But the other one,
drill.
like I have, it's like a handle and it has a chain. And it's
chain, yeah.
Kind
of more crude.
I gotta see it.
Okay, okay.
All it is a pipe. It's a square shaft like this with a handle on it, and it's got a hook right here. And you put the chain in here. The chain goes through here, and all you have is a bolt that you adjust the chain so that how much pressure you need or what size drill. The drill actually fits on the end of this. It's just a drill gun with a rig, and as I've got that chain between this and this point here, this is leverage. I've got all the pressure I need. Now I'd walk through there just like with butter again. That's my preference is the mag drill, but 99% of the time that's used on the chest safe. I wasn't aware that we were going to do
you're
a
going
safe.
vertically.
Exactly, because when you hit that mag, that safe will stand on its side like this.
Right.
And you don't even have to, it won't even budge. You can't knock it off.
Well, we'd like to use this with this, so what
The only way you're going to do it is you'd have to make this door a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Is the one that you're going to do bigger, or is this the actual
This
prop?
is the one.
This is it.
Okay, so here, let's
Well, let
try
me
this
ask you,
on.
no, stop. What if this was steel around the side?
Yes,
Then you could go clamp.
you sure can. You sure can.
So that would be the easiest.
That would be the easiest way. Put steel here, and when that thing bolts to the clamps of this, it's all. You can make it look like this is a fortress. That this
Is
thing's
this
gonna
little
bolt.
space here that it could be off this far?
We got it. We just heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And you've got what you need. In fact, you can drill your hole here too. You can drill your hole could be drilled because, like I said, that combination lock technically could be any which way.
Right.
And so you can put your hole here. You can put your hole here, here, or here. There's actually 4 positions. All depends upon the manufacturer's safe. That's why I showed you that I had the charts.
Yeah.
Technically, you look at the chart to see which type it is.
What type, yeah.
It tells you exactly where the hole is. You just got to remember when you look at the chart, it's backwards. That's
Right.
what they don't tell you because that's the fool people that don't. You know, they'll lay it on there and they'll put a hole and they think they found it. They don't realize it's backwards because you're looking from the inside out, not from the outside in.
Okay.
If you were going to use this with a drill press and you were running in here, how half an hour is when it would really take
To
you
open it,
yeah.
I'd be in and out in half hour or less.
I mean,
In fact, I'll be
it's
honest
even
with
when
you.
could do it in 15
If I was trying to get out of here, you know, pulling the dial is really the nicest way, the sweetest way. But I've actually taken 2 screwdrivers and just pried it to get it out of there. I mean, you know, for speed.
Right.
But
So to pull the dial, so explain the pulling of the
or
dial.
there's another way you could do it too. If you use the other device like I was telling you, which is kind of nice, because I never used to have to pull the dial at all. Because what I used to do is, if I would have hooked it up, I could put the drill on an angle.
And it would
In other
pop
words,
it off as you
and I would miss the dial altogether. In other words, I'd be drilling through here, and I'd go on an angle.
Okay, but say if we want to take the dial off, how would we do
What's
it?
the fastest way?
What I do is this is a real dial, I assume. If you drill a little tiny hole here, and then you put a tap in there, when you run the tap down, they'll actually pull the dial right off because it's grooving itself into this. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just
Pulls it
going to
out.
draw it off, just like a puller. It works just like a puller.
You want to see that. That's a great thing for us to see. Okay, so then that comes off, and then you've got the.
And then all you got to do is drill your hole, and you're home free.
Drill your hole here,
Right.
and you're home free.
No, I should
Okay.
go get that lock so you can
Yeah,
see
you should
it.
That'd be
get that
great.
light, yeah.
What you should do is, because it doesn't actually have to work, but you should just show us, just draw. So we're gonna tap this. We're gonna lift this thing off. here,
Lucky,
you're
I'll
gonna put
give
another
you the demo.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
I don't want a ridge. We're gonna grind
It's
this
gotta be
ridge
flat, right?
so that
It's
it's
gotta be
flat.
flat,
So
so that
this
the,
and we have to be as. Oh, I see. This ridge is to the. Okay, that's
But
fine.
that's just the inner ridge there.
Right.
But you know, when
This is
if we lay a
aluminum, right?
piece of steel on this, it's going to eliminate the ridge, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you just
or it's
gotta
going to
go
be close to
flush.
flush, right?
Okay, so then we can go over here and we can lock on. So that also means that they need power in the.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to have power,
Yep.
a plug for this little door.
So
the magnetic
Because he's in with the
door.
door closed,
Is
right?
he gonna, yeah. So is
Right.
he gonna have to tap into here? Or
Maybe we can add a new one in.
There's a box right here.
Either that or, you know,
There's a
you
chest
can
right here
actually take
too, but he's removed that.
You can actually take a plug with 2 gator clips to go up to that too. Open
Right.
it up, put the 2 gator clips to the
Actually,
plug, and you can plug into it. Look real cool.
Yeah, we can just add a plug on that. You know,
Or
on
let's
that
do it
piece
in
of
here.
copper.
So he moves the package. Because you have to move the crates anyway to get the carpet out. So he moves the crates out of the way, then he rolls the carpet back. Then he pulls the top up the thing we see it. Then he unscrews this, pulls the top, puts the gator clips on it, puts the thing in, and starts his drilling.
When we added the new box to keep the big survival box from going back, pulling the carpet from this direction now has become a little more difficult.
I understand.
And that's why we pulled it from this side.
I understand. That was only possible.
I can still do
that is only possible if the wall is
And
back.
it's for yours.
But it's never pictorially.
Right. I can do it with it like that. You have to sit on it, slide it back, and then roll it. I did it last time.
That's what we need to do.
Okay.
You know what you may want to do is make it so the drill's going to sit on this side so you're not against this ledge here. Put it from this side, and you may want to go back just a little bit farther and make the plate so you go to the extent. You know, by measuring from here to here, to give you your solid plate. Understand what I'm saying?
So we probably
Right.
have to cut
Well,
new
this needs to
path.
be a little bit bigger. Right.
And also there won't be no ledge in the way, no carpet.
exactly.
Because the guy's got to do, you know, you're talking about time. You ain't going to want to sit there and screw with this.
But now we could also, given that this pivots, you could probably do it straight off here and pivot it over there.
Or you possibly could too, yes.
So let's make it so we don't have to. So we have to do the
I'll give you
minimum
the
amount
combo
of
box too, so you can show them.
Yeah, I showed it to him before.
And big, the one with the hole in it?
Yeah,
Okay,
with the dials, how the dials fall in.
okay.
What keeps the dial from spinning?
The dial from spinning, well, you're never going to
Drilling
hit the
down into
wheels.
it?
When you drill
you're
down,
getting
you
it
don't
right
go
now.
into the wheels. That's the trick. You only want to drill through the casing, and you can tell because you feel it. You don't feel it with this one. You got to be very careful. You got to watch, and when you see brass shavings, you're too far.
I mean, when that drill bit comes down and touches that thing, that's free to move, right? You just spins and
The
spins.
dial,
Yeah.
this ain't going to be here. You're drilling right through here. Is where you're going to be drilling.
First you tap this comes out, he pushes
Yeah.
the drill back.
In fact,
and then
you
can tap
don't even
here.
have to. You don't even have to unhook it because see what he'll do. He'll just turn this, spin this to the side,
Spin this
change
and
the bit,
go- and then go
he'll
here.
spin it back to the location he wants.
Okay, and we'll spin it back to say we'll
So a
go
little
left.
bit farther and then make the second hole
What's
without
the-
even moving the
this
bit.
is over here. What's
Let's see how this works.
The bolts are here. Then there's a rail that runs this way, and all this does is it blocks the rail from sliding back. There'll be a hole in this rail where this lock is in. The tongue of it's in here. When you open the safe, this tongue comes back, which allows this thing to slide back and forth. And that's all it is. All it is a block.
Yeah, so this is to move the
Right.
bolts in,
Right.
and then when you spin this back, now this
Technically,
can't
this
spin
handle-
because you got to do this,
Correct.
and then you can spin.
Because what's happening is the rail is hitting this bolt.
Now, in the script, not to go back because I'm sure there was not enough research was done, but he has him drilling, like making this into like Swiss cheese.
Before.
I told you, remember I told you that they wanted to drill in all four corners and have the safe fall in, and you said no?
Oh, no, I've never done that. It wouldn't fall in anyway because there's a lip all the way around on the inside.
Right.
And not only that, but there should be, you know what, I didn't even notice if it had it on the inside.
It's okay.
Let me see the inside. Yeah, see, the only thing that you're missing is that there would have been a second flange here, like this. And what it does is it locks underneath the other so that you cannot just unbolt it and lift the door up or break the door off.
Okay, so if we had this, when he
No one's gonna
drills,
notice that, though. That's
Yeah.
just,
so when he drills this, and we
Gonna
see
get a
them
hernia
open it up, we see this open up. This is legitimate enough.
yep, that's perfect. I think that looks neat.
Great. Well, neat's good.
Hey, we got one
That's
thing
what we
right.
want. Exactly. Only your work.
Well, I see they generally they go by the bolts. You know, they're meant the more bolts, the more secure the safe is. This would be a higher rated safe than some of the small ones. They only put 3, and you pay a lot more to get the 5. Trust me.
Good, this is it, that's what we want.
And the reason that being, not that it matters, but what happened, what they used to do is before they did all this concoction going through here, like when I opened it up for the police department one time, they were in a real big hurry. So I drilled a hole through the side to the bolt, and then I took a punch and I hit that bolt and I just forced the thing back. And what it did is it crushed the fence right here and just slid the bolt back.
Why'd you have to open this?
They did a drug raid, and it was a donkey. They called the guy a mule or something.
Yeah, the mule.
And so anyway, they called me out there, and I'm sitting there and I'm drilling the thing open. He said, "No, just get it up as fast as you can." And I punched it back, and we opened it up. And there was all kinds of money in it. And then all of a sudden he says, "Okay, stay in the closet. The guy's coming home." I said, "What?"
Oh, you're trying to do it before the guy.
But I was there.
Take your drill, man. You have to take your drill.
I'll tell you what. If you don't think those guys intimidate, let me tell you. You know, they scared me. They were intimidating this guy. They deliberately cocked the shotguns after he came into the house. Deliberately. And they're done. They put holes through the wall. They can do anything you want after that because they own the home after they found that. There was enough proof. And he had 2 girlfriends, and I tell you, he was the ugliest son of a bitch you ever saw. And I tell you what, you talk about the babes, I wanted to go bail them out.